Hey everybody, Ben here. Thanks for being here. Thanks for showing up for yourself each and every day. I'll be honest, this is the third time trying to film this, and I don't know why it's so difficult to get out. Uh, we're looking at emotions that we might be struggling with and how to get out of them. We already got two cards because obviously I was trying to film it before. And when I really think about it, probably 85% of the world probably deals with something like this and how much it holds us back. We're looking at incapable and bored. Sure, we can look at bored on a surface level. This energy's back again. It's really trying to throw me off. So bear with me here. When we look at bored in general, sure, we can say, hey, I'm laying on the couch on the weekend and maybe I don't have friends or a car or money to go do something, or maybe I do have all those things, but everybody's married and I'm single and I just have nothing to do and I want to do something. But the way I'm looking at it more or less is fulfillment. I don't know what the opposite here is. Where we got content, content with our situation. If we that's like fulfillment. We are finding some sort of satisfaction in our experience. Like I said, the majority of the world probably doesn't feel that way. Yes, life is life, and we have a lot of struggles and hardship and shit in our way that rears us off or makes it uncomfortable. But if we just look at that idea of, hey, I go to work, 5 days and I come home and I'm pretty tired. Maybe I got children to take care of, other responsibilities. And then those 2 days come and maybe I'm already caught up on my household chores or and I'm there. I got this time, but no matter what I do, I don't feel fulfilled. Incapable. How many, I mean, who would be honest nowadays, but how many people feel incapable of doing something that they want to do? A lot. I want to do that. I want to try that. Why don't we? Where's that holdup? Naturally, it's going to start here in self. It's going to start with, I don't know how to do that. I don't have those abilities. I don't feel confident enough. I can't do that because of X, Y, or Z. And then we look at the other side of the coin, the external, everyone around us. What are they going to think? What are they going to say? How are they going to reflect on me? How is this going to make me feel? If I don't know anything and I want to go try to do something, I can guarantee you I'm walking in there with this little bit of insecurity. Are they going to make fun of me? Are they going to laugh at me? They've been doing this for this long and they know everything, and maybe I can't afford the best gear. Fuck that shit right now. Like, just no. it man, I've been using this analogy a lot, and it's like, let's say you wanted to always ride a horse, and when you were a child, you really wanted to, these childhood dreams. I'm getting sad now for some reason. But we couldn't afford that. And now we're pretty old, maybe. We're looking at ourselves pretty old, 50 or 60. And we don't want to go do it because we're so old and we're going to be thrown in a class with 7-year olds that are super limber and they pick things up quicker maybe, or they've been doing this, and I'm going to look like a fool. And I'm going to be around all these other people that have been doing it much longer, and I don't even know how to handle a horse or brush a horse. It doesn't matter. It's going back to this childhood dream, this excitement, getting back there. If we want to go rock climbing or hiking or camping, outdoor activities, surfing, boogie boarding, whatever it might be, bicycling, roller skating, all these types of things that we're so worried about how the external is going to receive us. And like I said, I think a lot more of the world is there than we would even admit. And we knock ourselves we knock ourselves down so quickly because we are incapable. Who said we are? Who made us think we are? You see on the internet plenty of people doing things that they don't know how to do, but they at least, I don't know if I said the opposites yet, made the effort and they tried. And putting themselves out there is is a dangerous thing at times because everyone knows everything. But then again, a lot of them are just sitting there on the couch. Sure, they might have the experience and they might have the book knowledge of things, but that's not really what I'm talking about. Maybe that's something you want to do and you're afraid of that. But it doesn't matter because we're doing it for self. Uh, we don't have to put it on the internet. That's not a rule at all. But if we do, we should have a strong foundation because we're going to get attacked somehow for sure. Someone's always going to have a problem with it. But let's just go back into the real experience. Remove the internet and going after these things. This board, what is the opposite? I don't know if I went through these in this video yet. Content. There's some sort of fulfillment there. There's a balance. We're pouring back into ourselves somehow. Hobbies, crafts, it doesn't matter. Jewelry making. The whole process of learning is through mistakes at times. We have this thing stuck in our head that if we make a fool of ourselves, we fail. It creates this scar, and if we allow that to control us, we'll always be in a place like this. We will always be held back. We will always be removed from having the strength, the courage to try, to be okay with failure, to know that there's been plenty of times in my life that I have failed, and that was actually uh, the 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 answer that I needed. Like say I was trying to build something, I didn't know how to quite do that or fix something, and by doing so, through that process, I actually figured out how to. Not through the mistake or the wrong direction or however it may be. That effort, that action goes so much farther than we may know. But it's really coming down to uh, doing it and coming to a place to understand that, hey, I'm doing this for me. I'm not doing this for them out there. If we walk in with this insecurity, which is probably going to be there because we haven't done it yet, uh, we very well may have the external reflect that back to us because that's what we're embodying. It's the mirror. Anything I have in here, my feelings about myself or my experience, is going to be proven to me through the external. It's the mirror. So we have to be open to that. Where's my head at? If we really get to that place, like, listen, I'm just doing this for me. If we're playing a game, removing this idea of competitiveness, like, I just want to play because it's fun. I'm just doing it for fun. I'm not doing it to win anything. I'm not doing it to be number one. I'm doing this for me. Four of Cups. Apathy. Being in a place that we already are bored and incapable. We can get stuck in this rut that what's the point of anything? I don't feel like moving forward. Uh, we stay in a place of comfort, we get used to it, and we don't grow. We don't go anywhere. We rot away in a bit, and maybe we're comfortable with that. We got too comfortable with it. But what do we really want to do? Like, if we, obviously, you have the internet and we're looking at things online. I'm sure there's things that we get excited about. I know I've said before, uh, if you're jealous of anyone, obviously no one would probably admit that, but if you're jealous of someone, that's something you want. That's something you'd want to do. Well, that's something to look into if we don't know what we want. Now, envy's different. Talking about jealousy here. The Emperor reversed. Chaos. It's coming through of our image, our self-image. And when we spend so much time focusing on how we appear to the external, we're not living for ourselves at all. We're living for them. They're in charge. Their validation, their approval, their acceptance, the ratings. It's all about this face, this facade. And sadly, society has led in that direction. We're pulling back from that. Self-sovereignty, self-respect, authenticity, coming into a place that hey, I'm not doing this for them. I'm doing this for me. Uh, and I don't need that anymore. Trying to remove ourselves again. The majority of the world is in a place like this. It is a sad story, but it's reflected everywhere. And um, leaving that, even when that card first came out, it was coming through as like, hey, I built myself or present myself as this style or this category of an individual, and I'm into these things, but I'm kind of interested in this over here. And if I do that, that's really gonna mess up this image I have over here. Maybe I'll lose friends or people that are in that, or they'll think I'm weird because I'm doing this over here. It doesn't matter, uncategorize ourselves. We can like things that are opposites and be happy in that space. Why are we neglecting ourselves? A Five of Cups reversed, positivity, uh, taking an effort on any type of thing that we may not know, we may not have experience in. Uh, you know, Looking at this card, we can look at the grades and see how she's bummed out about the one. Uh, it doesn't matter. We're learning, we're experiencing, we're doing this for ourselves, going into anything and everything with, uh, hey, the only thing is I'm doing this for me, and I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna make some mistakes. It doesn't matter. King of Pentacles, reliability. I'm just going to go with that word and relying on ourselves because we're going to need to. Because obviously, if we feel incapable of anything and whatever it may be, we're in a place of at the mercy of the external, what they think, what they feel, what they say. And uh, they're not going to be there to support in a way if we're coming from that place, is what I mean. Granted, there are many people that would support anybody that is interested in learning or trying something out. There's going to be other people that aren't. If we go back to the mirror, what I am inside and what I'm reflecting, this is going to be proven to me. So we have to rely on ourselves. I don't know if I already said that, but that's where I was going. We need to build this up and know that, hey, I'm doing this for me. I'm not doing this for external acceptance, external validation. Look at me, look what I can do, kind of thing. I'm doing this for me. And uh, online, we can see maybe a lot of things started out that way and they weren't received well or they were rejected. And then everybody changes who they are to be accepted by the viewers or whoever's out there. Well, they didn't like that, so I'm gonna turn it up a notch, or I'm gonna change myself to be received better, however we want to word it. We're going back to just ourselves. What is this doing for me? Because if we think about it, if we change ourselves that much to be received well, who are we? We're no one. We're whatever they want, whatever's gonna keep their attention for a bit. Now, the Devil reversed, empowerment. That is a huge place coming into that. Not relying on the external to hold us up, to make us feel worthy and accepted, to make us feel capable, uh, to make us feel fulfilled. I don't know if I said in the beginning, like I said, I filmed this a few times, but uh, the aspect of being bored of, hey, I need to uh, interact with people or be doing these activities to feel content, you know? Uh, Doing this all in our own space. Yes, it may sound a bit lonely or removed, but when we actually come into like a full place of authenticity, uh, we're not relying on that. Relying on self. I'll get one last card here. Ten of Pentacles. Family abundance. It's all there. And when we really fall into that place of self, our self, uh, that energy, we're embodying that. going back to the mirror, I talked about it in negative aspects before. This would be a positive aspect. We're embodying it, we're empowered, we are free from the limitations of the external, and that ripple effect, that energy expands out. It reflects, and our external changes in, as well. So something to think about. Be free. Do what fills you up, and try to remove that need for the external to approve of what makes you happy. If this resonated, feel free to like, comment, share, or subscribe, and I will talk to y'all later.